Om Shanti. Welcome to another session of our program Reconnect to Our Inner Net. And this week we are talking about food, our food, and what are the effects of food on our mental, physical, spiritual, social aspects. Basically, if I tell you food is not the subject which is related with energy only. If you think inside, the whole ecosystem is dependent on food. All the flora and fauna are associated with each other. Every organism associated with each other biologically, socially, economically on the basis of food only. Not just person to person, but man and animal, man and vegetation, vegetation and animals, water, every aspect of the whole world is associated with food, some way or the other way. Maybe directly, may not be directly. If you see, food is such an important thing that this is basis of economy, world economy. Food is basis of all the business. Food is basis of division of society. Somewhere you will find food is related with religion also. Every religion support one type of food, another support another type of food. Every region support one type of food, another. Every aspect of our life is associated with food. All the business associated with food. So food is not that much what we think. We think like food is only my plate, and if I like it, it's good. If I don't like it, it's fine. I can have another food. It's not that simple. Food is much more important than what we are thinking. Here, you also know that food is how important, and if I go in details of, how economy is based on that, how every country is based on one type of food habit or food, the production, land, and so many things, I'm not going in that direction. Our topic is food associated with nutrients and spirituality. Like we all are aware of association of food with the many different aspects of society. In the same way, food is also associated with our thoughts. Not just that thought that it creates a business or something, or this is the major expenses in our house, and we all are earning for better food. So it's not that much, it's much more than that. Basically in our daily life, nowadays you can see food in modern days. Earlier it was like food, the basic requirement of life. Food designed means food designs lifestyles, and in very modern age, in nowadays you will find food has become a type of a status symbol more than a healthy, or more than association with only physical requirement. Food is a type of a status symbol nowadays. I have seen people counting the number of items served in their parties. And I have seen people, they count which restaurant you go for, and which type of food you are nowadays, because of The whole world is becoming like a small village based on information and technology. We have got good chance to taste different type of food from different continents, and that is why we are much aware of different cultures. And then you will find in my daily life, in our daily life, the small plate which I used to take 3 times a day, the small thing, how important this thing is. Leave other cultures aside. If we talk about ancient Indian culture, food is not just a material to keep your body and mind healthy. In ancient Indian culture, food was something to be given due respect. Food, even in Indian culture, you will find the whole deity on the name of food, Annapurna Devi. Food is, there are many disciplines related with food in Bharat, maybe like modern disciplines also and ancient disciplines also. We had Bhojan Mantra, we had how to sit and eat, we had like some rituals to pray before food. We had some rituals to give your first bite as a dan, as a donation, as a means for the beneficial, for the betterment of others. So everything is dependent on food. Yes, of course. Biologically, a balanced diet is very important for a healthy lifestyle. In Indian atmosphere and Indian culture, it is said that a proper balanced diet, according to basic Indian nature of living, is enough to keep you healthy. But these days, we are much deviated from our basic Indian diet. It is very simple combination of basic Indian diet is combination of protein and carbohydrates with micronutrients. This can be said like rice, dal, and vegetables. Apart from this, some like spices are added. Some herbs and spices in dry form they are added to generate medicinal value inside the food itself, and that is why we can see immunity of Indians are better than any other country. And in fact, you will find, okay, this is the reason we have such a beautiful recovery rate in this period of pandemic of coronavirus. But we can see the recovery rate is very high in this country, other than any other country, although we are very weak in medical facilities. But this is a game of immunity. Now, so these are some physical aspects. Apart from that, food is related with our physical activities also. Eating and then working and then sleep, then having some associated water and liquids with that. So, maintaining our life, maintaining our body healthy. Now, sister, this is not a dietary class. Why have you taken this topic for spirituality? Have you ever thought about food can be something very important in spirituality also? Just rewind yourself little back and think for those days when you used to perform some puja, some prayers, any religion, there must be some offerings from prayer place in form of prasad. And in Bharat, the respect for prasad, the honor of that prasad is very high. We used to say that one small bit of prasad can make miracles. It is based on thoughts also, but it has not much effect on body. People used to carry prasad from one place to another place and used to distribute in their community as a token of good wishes, as a token of blessings, so that everybody can receive God's blessing in form of prasad. What is that prasad meant for? Prasad is a simple cooked food, maybe some sweet, maybe some rice, maybe some small piece of bread, maybe something. What makes it so different that the honor of that prasad, it gets so up? Taking prasad, even I believe in every religion, receiving prasad, whatever name they used to use for their things, means their prasad, but it's a very humble, dignified way to receive prasad. Just you just cannot take prasad with a spoon and have it. No, we have a very, very, very respectful way to receive prasad. And even we keep it, we distribute it, we share it with people. What makes the difference? That one material, same material cooked in my house will not receive that much respect. But this material, which is prepared in temple or mosque or church or gurudwara, it becomes prasad and it receive high amount of respect. What is that? It's not just the place. We understand the vibrations in that food is changed. The vibrations in food changes with the mindset with which it is prepared. If it is kept in front of God or deities, and then there are many mantrocharan and or prayers or some good vibrations or meditation created around that food, we all believe, and not just believe, we all know that there is a change in vibration in that food, and that food becomes powerful. So, we are not just talking about dietary balances, nutrient balances. We are going to learn spiritual nutrients in your food. Just don't think, okay, what you are eating is only a pack of nutrients supporting your body to be healthy. But this is a pack of thoughts. This is a pack of spiritual stimuli, which is going to generate good or bad thoughts in your mind also, and how these things are happening. We all know, with the help of science, that water is such an element which receive vibrations very quickly. This water can means there are many experiments that water bottles are kept with different labels, and people just cross over there, they generate some feelings about those bottles. And I think you are aware of this experiment, that bottles were kept there, and all the bottles, one bottle was kept with thank you label, thank you, one bottle was kept with label Hitler, one bottle was kept with the label I love you, one bottle with the label of Mother Teresa, one bottle a hatred, and all these bottles were kept in a public place where people were just crossing. and no other information was given for that water bottles. People just see those things and they read hatred, they generate one feeling. People see those bottles and they get one feeling like I love you, and they get one more feeling. And these feelings, after those people have gone, after the same time of exposure of these water bottles, when when scientists got to check with the crystal effect of water molecules, they find there are many different crystal forms. Those bottles labeled with nicer words like I love you or thank you or Mother Teresa. So these bottles had a beautiful floral crystal formation. And those bottles with label some which we carry a negative feeling all the time, like Hitler or hatred. So these water had very bad crystal effect. I think you all know this. Same way, food is coming from either vegetation or animal kingdom, and all these things are carrying lot of water in it. This water is very much capable to receive vibrations, and this is why you might be aware of systems in ancient Indian culture. They used to have different methods before they cook, before they eat, even before they eat. They used to worship their plate. They used to donate one small piece of food from their plate to any organism like cow or something or dog. And then they used to thank God for their food and then they used to have it. So, what is happening in our plate, basically? Let us take this step by step. In Brahma Kumaris, we have learned so much about food. Food is a very, very, very important aspect in Brahma Kumaris. You know, you will surprise to know we have sisters who are good speakers. We have brothers who are very good in, you know, many different type of works. They are a writer or something on so many things, but you won't believe that in Brahma Kumaris, best meditators, those who have a best meditation capacity, they have been given duty to kitchen to prepare food. No matter you can speak or not, no matter you can make a you can write an article or not, you are much aware of construction or publishing or any other services. Those who are best yogis, they are going to kitchen to prepare prasad. This is a very important aspect in Brahma Kumaris to maintain our kitchen with best yogis of organization. Why? Very important reason behind this. So, in Brahma Kumaris, we say, as your food, so your mind, as your water, so your speech. Jaisa an, वैसा मन. जैसी जैसा जैसी पानी, वैसी वाणी. So, if you are thinking much about why your tongue is getting slipped all the time, why your tongue is not sweet, why your tongue used to cheat you all the time, you don't want, but you speak a few things. So, check your water, check your food if you are getting a lot of bad thoughts. I'm going to give you actual basic concepts of spirituality about food. And believe me, whatever I'm going to tell you, all the Brahma Kumaris, teachers, students, followers, each and every person follow same rules. Because for a good meditator, for a good yogi, food is a very first important chapter to start with. So let us start. The of uh, four steps of food we are going to take with the first ingredients, second cleaning, third cooking, and fourth eating. So we are going to cross this chapter in this four step: ingredients, cleaning, cooking, and eating. So consumption. So these are four steps. First step, ingredients. Let me tell you, I will come back to this step in tomorrow only, not today. Ingredients, I will talk tomorrow. Cleaning. Nowadays, because we are under the big canopy of novel coronavirus these days, so we have learned a very good habit to clean all our food very nicely before we are going to use it. And I hope all of you are doing that. All of you do that when you receive some vegetable fruits or anything. What you do, you're going to wash it with some soda and then salt water and then some warm water, and then you will get it air dry or sun dry, and then it is going to get in fridge, refrigerator. I hope you all are doing that. I hope you are doing it. And this is a good practice. Have you noticed one thing? I really want one answer from you people now. Since 3 months or 4 months, whatever, when you are in some 3 months, we have seen that we are washing our vegetables before keeping it inside the fridge. Have you checked one thing? The shelf life of vegetable is increasing. Are you able to guess this? I'm seeing this. The shelf life of vegetables are increasing day by day. Those vegetables which we used to purchase and with that same dust or anything we used to dump inside the fridge, they they were used to get ruined within a week. But nowadays I find vegetables are very nice till 10, 12, 15 days, and shelf life is increasing. This is a very good habit to clean nicely our veggies and then keeping inside fridge. But let us come to the present picture. Obviously, we are not cleaning this wholeheartedly. We are doing this thing under pressure, under a very big pressure. We don't want to do this. This is increasing lot of work in house, but still we are very much aware, we are very much conscious of our life. We feel like we should the infection should not enter to my house, so we keep a very good attention for cleaning these veggies. Now, a spiritual concept number 1, very important coming here. While cleaning vegetables or fruits, food, leaf, what you are thinking. Here it starts. Spirituality is starting for your food right here. What are you thinking when you are cleaning? All the time you are carrying that fear inside. Oh, infection will be there, and I have to clean it. Now, this chapter, I'm going to give you many homeworks. Many homeworks. Homework number 1: change your thoughts while cleaning your vegetables and fruits. Think, it's very clean now. I have done it, I have cleaned it very properly. It's all good. I need not to think much because I have cleaned it step by step. Instead of creating negative thoughts of fear, create positive thoughts of a strength. That all the dirt, all the virus infection is washed off. I have used soda, I have used salt, I have used warm water. So there is no infection. My food is very clean. I will be able to keep it in fridge for a longer time. It is going to provide me health and happiness, not infection. So eliminate the fear there only, first step. Instead of being panic, instead of being very suspicious on your food, you first produce those bad thoughts enter to your food. Stop doing this at once. You are following the steps. You are cleaning your hand, you are cleaning your things. Everything is going to be fine because your bad thoughts will able to increase infection everywhere. As I told you, and if you will say, I will show you that experiment tomorrow, that five bottles which were labeled with different things, they had a different crystal effect. Anything which we are going to keep in our fridge, refrigerator, and water when it gets cooled, it go to crystallization and there it form good or bad crystals which in subsequent time you are going to eat. So try to think very good when you are handling your food very first time because you never know how many places it has come from. Other people, those who have transported it, those who have produced it, they with what thoughts they have handled it, you never know. So in that picture, you when the material has come to your hand, then here in this time only you can make an effect on their vibrations. If you remember, we underwent one chapter, very important chapter, declutter yourself. And in that chapter, we talked about interfering material vibrations with my vibrations and cutting their vibrations there and dominating my vibrations over that material, if you remember. If you haven't, you can see in our channel also. So the same thing I am doing with my all veggies and fruits, which I am cleaning now. It may have got different vibrations because it is coming from different places. But now, when I am cleaning, I am overlapping my vibration with its earlier vibration. So, what I need to do, I have to keep good vibrations while cleaning. It's all good. It's all clean. It's all washed. It's all good. It is going to provide me good things now. So be free from fear. Next step is cooking. Cooking. Now, sister, are you going to take cooking class? Of course not. Not. Mm. So cooking our available ingredients. Now here comes. This is what should I say? Most important? Not even most important. All the four steps are equally important. But this is again an important part, cooking. Now here comes a cooking comes with a responsibility. Those who cook, their mindset will automatically get transferred to those who consume. I'll give you one good example for this. Um, Not nowadays, but if you remember some few years back when we used to be in joint families, or if you uh, if you go time to time in your joint family, the person who cook cooks get associated with everybody in the family. No matter that person is one daughter in law of the house, or mother in the house, or a cook in the house, the person who cooks. And that is a very common saying कि दिल का रास्ता पेट से जाता है. So food goes to your heart, not just to your stomach. So this is what I want to say. The person who cooks reaches the heart of consumers. And this is why most of the marketing is based upon. Most of the marketing, why we are very particular about one brand of spices, or one restaurant, or one type of ice cream or something. It's all on recipe and cooking. So, details of this I will be dealing with you tomorrow. But today I will say, while cooking, what are you thinking? Those who will consume, they will automatically think the same thing. And this makes a difference between food in my plate and the same food in prasad. If the same, a very normal prasad in India, halwa, if the same halwa I prepare in my house with same ingredients, it will taste different. If you have ever observed this, and the same halwa, maybe like you only preparing for a prasad, it tastes different. Why? Because there is one secret ingredient which we never think about. This secret ingredient is consciousness. The consciousness with which I am cooking. If you are cooking with a frustration, I'll get I'll get heavier, I'll get fat with this food. This food is very heavy. You are going to receive the same. You are cooking with a consciousness of one person. Like this food, my son liked this food the most. My husband liked this food the most. My mommy liked this food the most. So then, although this food is taken by not only by your mommy, but your father, your husband, your daughter, your son, everybody. But everybody will remember your mommy because food has got that consciousness inside. Like when the food is spicy or sour or much salty or sweet, everybody will feel the taste same, little bit up or down according to their taste buds. Maybe some people are okay with that sweetness. Some people will say it's too sweet. Some people will say it's less sweet. No problem. But everybody will say it is a sweet dish. In the same way, if you are cooking with one person's consciousness, everybody will feel that same person's remembrance after having that food. Now, not just person. If you are thinking of some concepts while cooking, those concepts will be poured inside the food and get transferred. What I mean to say, nowadays at least you are not going to office or working from home or going to office. I'm not aware because everybody have their different type of lifestyle now. We usually cook in a hurry to meet time, and we pour that hurriness in that food. We start cooking little late and we try to finish little early, and we give less time. We may be a very skillful cooks and we may cook very quickly. It's fine. Cooking quickly is different. Cooking in a hurry is different. I have seen most of the time we pour hurry in that food. And this is why all our family members, those who are having that food, they get a consciousness of hurry. running around throughout the day, all the time, meeting the time limits. Why? They're eating the same consciousness, which is going to dominate over their internal consciousness. What consciousness help you to create quick cooking, still a very good cooking? That is consciousness of prasad. Prasad, always remember. Consciousness that I am preparing for God. I am cooking this thing for God. No matter this recipe is my mother's favorite recipe or my son like this food very much, no problem. But I am cooking for God. I am God's child. I keep myself connected with Him, and not just with ingredients, not just with the spices. I am cooking with a secret ingredient that is my good consciousness. And this is the best way to bless people. You can just overload your food with blessings. Rather, what we do, we sometimes, you know, pour many frustrations in the food. I have seen ladies cooking in house think all the time I need to cook. My work never gets end. So you are pouring frustration in that food. And believe me, it is going to resonate to you further after people will consume this food. So let us meditate for some time. And this meditation is nothing, just awareness, God's consciousness. Till now, we worked a lot about soul consciousness. We will be working about God consciousness now. We'll share a slide with you